Hey guys, got a new toy this week. And so I thought we'd do a little unboxing again. You know, it's funny, my unboxing videos don't seem to do well in the beginning, but they just keep giving. So obviously you guys are enjoying them. Leave some comments. Tell me if you like these things. We're going to open this thing up and take a look at it. Let you guess what it is. So you'll have to stick around. You know, I don't know why you guys don't like to stick around for my videos. I guess I'm just too boring. But I try to give you information, try to show you how to do things. Here we are. See it? Show it here to the camera. There's all the parts and pieces. Let's get it unpacked. Looks like it's packaged pretty good. Oh, me, oh my, oh my, oh me. Okay. Don't you just love how you gotta assemble everything you buy nowadays? Okay, well, looks like that's it. So we'll set this out of the way. Put that back in. Pull out the knife. Cut this stuff apart. Uh, Not bad. Not bad. A little chilly out here in the shop today. A little cold snap, but it's warm back up. They say it's 50 degrees outside. So here we go. Have you figured out what it is yet? Yep, it's a laser engraver. So we're going to put this thing together. See if I can figure out how to use it. Now, I've got a little CNC machine that I inherited. And I've never got around to trying to make the thing work. Ah, nice bag. Okay, this must be all the hardware. Yeah. So I think we'll keep these bags. This looks like a power supply. This looks like a power cord. We'll set those off to the side. Definitely don't need those right now. And they even give you a pair of safety glasses. Like, why do we need safety glasses? Shoot, let's just burn our eyes up. What do you think? And I'm impressed. Packed pretty good. A little shrink wrap around it, but that's nice. Get that moved over here. This is the longer laser engraver. You know, I've never had anything like this, and I don't know if I'd use it, so I did not spend a whole ton of money on this thing. I've got about $300 in the whole thing. I don't expect a whole lot out of it, but it'll at least give me the opportunity to learn. So let's see if we can figure out how to put this thing together. We strongly recommend placing the machine in a well-ventilated room. Nah. Okay. Place the profiles on a flat table. So that's nice. Doesn't tell you which is the right, which is the left. Does the dimensioning go in or does the dimensioning go out? Let's see if we can find a pan to put all this stuff in. Maybe not. What do we need? It says tighten the M525 screws. M525 screws. 4 washers and corner grooves. Here we go. Little pieces of wood, a little brush, wire ties, wrench, and Allen wrenches. Okay. Okay, now we have corners, and it says, let's see, set that out of the way, and we take I'm going to guess this is the rear frame. And this goes in here somehow. Yes. Okay, so this is going to be this side. Pay attention to the corner groove, but it doesn't show you how it's supposed to be, other than they're supposed to be showing. Like that. Maybe a picture on the front. No, other than this is supposed to go up. Looks like the solid side is supposed to go up. But it shows a groove. But there it shows a solid. Like that, okay? Now this is supposed to go on. Oh, love the directions. Take that off. Take that off. Put that on there. Put that one there. Okay, now we got it right, maybe. Now, this goes on. This way. Okay. Now we finish the frame. That. Now we're going to use support feet 3. M516. And we're going to put Okay. One more foot. Looks like a long one that goes here. And the short one goes here. Now this and this goes in a hole over here. Okay. Step 5. Timing belt. No step number on this one. Place timing line. Okay. Put the T-nut on one end of the belt. Use an L-shaped screwdriver to rotate the T-shaped nut. Okay, these are clamps that go okay. Now do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Preparation. Laser module. Thumb screws. So, we have this that we don't know what it is. We have this. Ooh. Flash drive. Lots of good Chinese viruses on that. And we have step 6. Yay! I guess we need the laser module. Okay. This is the money right there, I can imagine. 2 thumb screws, yes. And M36. Thumb screws, M36 nylon isolation column. I guess that's what those 2 little things are. Okay. Use the thumb screws. Okay. Laser is affixed. Those 2 little screws go in to the back. Yeah, right. Okay. Do these go in first? can tell those threads are totally different. This is insane. Absolutely insane. Now, maybe at this point, I am attempting to install the external air pump that I bought as an accessory to cool the laser. It was recommended to me to purchase this because it makes the laser last much longer. But just like everything else with this piece of equipment, the instructions are absolutely horrible. This has been the most frustrating build. I hope you guys have stuck with it. I know this is a long video, but I wanted you to see just how frustrating putting this thing together was. It looks simple, but my gosh, it's been a nightmare. Most all the other YouTubers, they would have opened the box, they would have shown you the parts, and poof, they would have shown it to you all put together. It makes it look easy, and it's not. But if you stick with it, we're getting there, and we'll get this thing finished up. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you've learned something, that you're not alone when you're trying to put something together and you get frustrated. It happens to all of us. And when the instructions are as horrible as what they were with this piece of equipment, we're almost an hour into this stupid video, and I don't have this thing put together, and it looked to me like I could do it in 15 or 20 minutes. Originally, this video was going to show taking it out of the box, putting it together, hooking it up to the computer, and doing a test burn with it. We're not going to get that far. We're going to cut this thing off once I get it put together, and we'll pick up in another video with the computer connected and doing our first burns. I'm frustrated. I want to get this thing together, and then I'm probably going to walk away from it for a day or two, because the instructions to do test burns and get it hooked up the computer are virtually non-existent. Yes, I know there's videos online that show how to do it, but they tend to miss things. They gloss over things in the interests of keeping the video short and interesting. I know I'm a little boring. I hope you guys can bear with me. You can always skip through and check out the parts you like. I do hope that you skip to the point where you're listening to this, so I can give you a little bit of encouragement. And in the next video, I'll let you know how this stupid thing works. Last Sunday, we had our monthly Woodworkers Club meeting, and I mentioned I had purchased one of these, and there's several other people interested in lasers, and there's half a dozen guys that have them. And from what they tell me, this isn't a bad little laser for the price. I mean, $250 for the basic 10-watt laser and the gantry, and the pump I think was $40 or $50, and then I bought the camera, the Lightburn camera to go with it. Everybody tells me use Lightburn, so I'm going to download the trial version of that. I get 30 days to play with it before I have to buy a license. That's probably the software I'm going to stick with. I'm a big fan of free open source software, but from what I've researched and learned, the open source software just doesn't have the capabilities that Lightburn has. So I'm going to bite the bullet and spend the $100 for the license. The nice thing is, Lightburn allows you to run their software on 3 different computers. So I can run it with this machine, and I can set up another computer and run it on my little CNC that I inherited from my buddy. and play with that and see if we can make some stuff with a little CNC. That's down the road. So if you want to see that stuff, if you're interested in seeing a real guy who's not a professional content creator, not trying to do slick, fancy videos, work with this stuff, learn how it works, just like you, I'd encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell notification. Watch my videos. I try to push my skills and the limits to try new things, just like you're going to do in your shop. You might not be interested in everything that I mess with, but I think over time you'll learn some stuff and you'll enjoy it. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. You know, I'm trying to grow this channel. Maybe we get to the point where I make some money with this. I can afford to buy some better cameras, maybe even hire a cameraman so we get better shots, better video. It's tough doing this by yourself, trying to set up the shots and the cameras. I did buy a second camera, and you can see, the cuts back and forth on this video and the last couple. I'm getting better with my editing software. I'm trying to get some better close-ups for you guys so you can see what's going on. And the next step is to try to get better with the audio. I purchased a set of wireless microphones, and I'm going to start wearing a wireless mic so that the audio is a little more consistent and possibly get rid of some of the machine noise, the background noise, and do better with my voice as I'm working and building stuff, putting stuff together. Here you can see that air pump. Like I said, it's so frustrating because no real instructions about how this all works. It's just, here it is. Here's a couple pictures and some cryptic descriptions of how to install it. I've run into this before, especially with foreign companies, and nothing against them. I understand trying to translate instructions from one language to another is tough. I don't understand, though, these companies that market to the U.S., why they don't hire somebody here in the country to write their instructions for them. It would make assembly so much better, so much easier, and make using the products, especially the initial startup, so much smoother. I'm sure they get a lot of calls or emails to their tech support because people are having problems putting this stuff together. There isn't even any really good pictures. Now, I did find after I put this thing together, I plugged that USB drive into a computer, and they have a video of the assembly. Of course, there's absolutely no audio with it, no explanation of what they're doing, just the guys putting one together. And yeah, I managed to figure it out, got everything pretty much right. I didn't have to go back and tear anything apart. And it does, the gantry moves around from the control panel on the front. So here we are, cleaning up. We got everything put together. Ain't it pretty? Boy, I'm going to cherish this thing. I'm looking forward to playing around and burning some images on wood. and see what I can come up with. Customization is the big rage right now in the handcrafted space. The guys that can laser burn people's name or dates and such on projects seem to be doing much better than the people that can't. That's the thing, the customization. That's what people are looking for and they're willing to pay for, because you can't buy that at a major retailer that's selling products mass produced. It's just too expensive and it would take way too long to get it. So to be able to do that, I think will help me out at the craft shows. And that's what this is all about. The plan is to take this thing to the arts and crafts shows that I do and offer custom engraving right on the spot. The last show I went to, there was a guy doing cutting boards, and he was engraving people's names on their cutting boards. I have no interest in doing cutting boards, but some of the other projects that I do, yeah, maybe people be interested. The other thing that I've been toying with in my head is if I could somehow figure out how to etch onto one of my wooden bowls. Now, I did see a unit that will spin a round object so that the laser can go around it like a can or a mug or something. The problem is the cheap one, the reviews say it doesn't work real well. And the expensive one is $200. That's almost as much as I paid for this laser. So I don't know if it's worth it. And it might be something down the road. Let's see if we can make some money with this thing. I talked to a guy at the club meeting Sunday. He does customized plaques for special events, religious events, sports events, and such, with people's name, dates, whatever. And it's literally a 10 by 10 piece of cheap wood that he's routed the edges, and then he laser etches an image and some, their names and dates. And he says he easily gets $100 for one of these things. My gosh, he's got $4 or $5 maybe in wood, and he's using templates for everything. So it's just a matter of, typing in the dates, their name, whatever, in some text boxes and printing the crazy thing. That's a pretty good profit margin. So I don't want to take his idea away from him, but there's other things. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. We're going to try this. I may laser etch some funny signs. I'm also thinking, this laser with a 10 watt, they say I can cut up to 1/8 inch plywood. So I'm thinking maybe I can cut some templates. I could cut 2 identical ones and then glue it together, which would give me the 1/4 inch that you really need for a router template. That's an idea. Especially for my guitars. And I'm also wondering if this thing will etch onto polycarbonate that I make my guitars out of, that I could do, designs etched into the polycarbonate on the top of the guitar. So we're going to try that. So I don't know what kind of ideas you've got. If you have a laser, if you're interested in getting one, and we'll go down the road and we'll see what happens, what works, what doesn't. I've been assured that I made a good choice of upgrading to the 10-watt laser over the 5-watt. One of the guys, he's got a 20-watt. And the big thing that I got was it just burns faster. But the big jump from the 5 to the 10, but from the 10 to the 20 doesn't seem to be quite that much of a jump, and the cost is significantly more. I don't know if Longer makes a 20-watt laser to go on this frame. Maybe I'll have to buy a whole new machine if I need to bump the power up to get those faster etchings or cuts. And with a 20-watt, as I understand it, you can cut 1/4-inch plywood. So that might be something in the future. But you start at the bottom, you start small, you start inexpensive to see if it's something you're interested in doing for the long term. You know, I've always said, don't spend a ton of money up front. Don't buy the best. Buy the inexpensive stuff. Try it. See how it works. When it falls apart, then invest in the good stuff because you've used it enough to justify that. I do the same thing with tools. I'll buy the lower cost tools. Yes, I know they're not made as well. They're not going to last as long. But when you don't know if you're going to use them that much, it doesn't make sense to buy top of the line. And then, of course, you've got those companies that are even more than top of the line. I won't name names, but I think you know who they are. I've talked about them in previous videos. You know, there's a limit. And then there's the companies that they're just ridiculous on what they're asking for tools. And you have to remember, as you get closer to that really, really good stuff, the cost for that last 10% could be double. So if you're at 90%, do you really need to spend all that extra money to gain another 10%? Sometimes it might be worth it. If you're a pro and you're using a tool on a daily basis, it might be worth it. But then again, it may not. Okay, so we got the thing all together. Here's another add-on that I bought, was the honeycomb to go under it. It comes with this piece of aluminum, and then the honeycomb sits on top of that. Primarily used for cutting, so that you don't have to put a board underneath for your laser that you're going to burn and have to change all the time. I think it was worth it. It was recommended to me. But there it is, guys. The Longer Ray 5 laser assembled. Please hit that subscribe button, and in the next few weeks I'll have a video about hooking up the computer and doing our first etches and cuts and let you know what I think of it. Have a great week, and we'll catch you soon.